Thank you, TransferWise. I just got our money transferred to Portugal, saved a couple $100. I'm gonna go tell Kalie about this. This is pretty exciting. Let's see how excited she is. Yo, guess what? I just saved us several $100. Yo.
What?
Yeah, you can go shopping.
How?
Using TransferWise. So I just funded the account from the US, put money into TransferWise, and then sent it to the Portuguese bank. So now we have the money in the bank.
Yay!
And we can do our SEF appointments.
All right, and you saved a bunch of money?
Yeah, let me show you how.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are probably wondering, how did we get here? Well, when we arrived to Portugal, we wanted to find an easier, faster, and cheaper way to do our banking. This information is going to apply to a ton of different countries, so it's not just Portugal focused, but we're going to show you guys how we did this to get money into our Portuguese bank account. So we need to jump actually into the TransferWise homepage so I can show you guys about how we did it and about TransferWise's service. Now, a little bit of background, we did get connected with somebody from TransferWise. I was looking into the service, and then actually unbeknownst to us, they were kind of tracking what we were doing in terms of Expats Everywhere. So thank you to all the people that have been watching our videos, because without you guys watching, we wouldn't have the exposure to where they would want to reach out to us and say, hey, can we do some sort of collaboration or sponsored video? Again, this video is sponsored. So if you guys do decide to open up an account with TransferWise, and it's the first time that you have opened an account with TransferWise, you've never transferred money with them, click the link in the description below, because that's going to get you your first transfer for free up to £500, something like that. But the details are in the description below. I'm not a legal guy. I'm not going to turn on my legal voice here. So check that out.
What happens if you don't need pounds?
Oh, I mean, it's for any currency, yeah. So it's the equivalent, because I think that they're a UK-based company, so they quote things in pounds, but it'll be the equivalent of either Euro or USD or whatever currency you're working in. They've got a ton of currencies, so check that out.
That's good.
All right, so here's the home screen. This is how easy it is to set up the account. You're going to enter in some pretty basic information. You click up here, the register. I'm not going to walk you guys through the whole process. You're going to say whether it's personal or business. We put personal, then I put my email address, I create a password, and at the time, well, even now, still technically a resident of the United States. So I went and selected United States. And then after you hit this, which I'm not going to do it, like I said, there's other details that you have to enter in, but it's pretty easy. I was told it would take like 5 minutes to set up the account, but it took me between like 5 and 10 minutes. You do need to verify your identity. It's an easy thing to do using your phone or the built-in camera in your computer. In your account, you've got a couple of ways to save money using TransferWise. Let's go ahead and look at that account view. So I have my account pulled up right here. These are the different activities that I've had here recently. Okay, so you've got these accounts here. And these are like legit bank accounts, because if you click on them, you'll see bank details, and that's really important. And what I mean by this is, let's say that you're an American and you open a European account with TransferWise, like a Euro account with TransferWise. So once you do that, you will get European bank details, which is awesome, because that means that you're going to be able to transfer money into your TransferWise Euro account, and then you're going to be able to transfer that money into any bank account within Europe, and there's not going to be any sort of exchange fee, right? Because you're going euro for euro. That's really nice. So this is a huge benefit when you're thinking about transferring money, because if you're transferring from the US, you're going to have to pay transfer fees. So this is money saving tactic number one with TransferWise. Okay, so in terms of setting up stuff and just the early stages, does that make sense on how we're saving some money?
Yeah, I can get that right now.
Okay. Now, the way number two is, and as you know, because we've gotten a little debit card, you can request a debit card. And it's really nice because it was €6 for us to get the TransferWise debit card. They mailed it directly to us, and we're able to use that thing worldwide. We're able to go to ATMs or pay using it. And the cool thing is we can put money in our different accounts. So we have different transfer accounts, and we can use the card to pay in different currencies. This card is actually going to be a lot of fun when we travel, because we're going to be able to open up different wallets in different currencies, and we're going to be able to use our card to pay in those currencies with without any fees. We're going to get better rates when we transfer money. So that's another way to save money. So for example, if we go to Singapore, or when we do go to Singapore to visit old friends, we're going to be able to transfer money from our Euro account to our Singapore dollar account. That'll be really easy with a few taps on the app to transfer that money over. And then when we go to withdraw money in Singapore at a bank, or if we just spend using our card, we'll be able to pay in Singapore dollars.
And the card can be used anywhere at ATMs or shops or anything?
Yeah, it can be used anywhere. It's got the little, tap feature, so you can, you can
and
use
it's a
it.
MasterCard.
It's a MasterCard,
Okay.
Debit, not
That's
a credit
perfect.
card.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
And
a debit card. Contactless, yes ma'am. So there are small foreign exchange fees for this, but you're gonna save money because you're gonna get close to the mid-market rate, which doesn't happen if you're using traditional banks. You know what a mid-market rate is?
Yeah, like when you just go on Google and you type in what the exchanges.
Yeah.
Because the bank, they give you bad ones because they make a lot of money off of it, right?
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. So this brings me to how we saved hundreds of dollars funding our Portuguese bank account for our self-appointments. So if you're moving to Portugal in the near future and you're having to go through the process of getting a NIF and setting up a bank account while abroad, get a TransferWise account in the meantime, fund it with USD, and then once you have your Portugal bank account, you'll be able to transfer money between your TransferWise Euro account and your Portugal account. Now, if you're not moving to Portugal and need to fund a foreign bank account, whether you're in the country or not, this all works completely the same. So here's what I did, and here's how I saved money. We open our TransferWise account in USD and Euro, right?
Right.
Remember that?
Mhm.
Okay. So then I funded the USD account with money from our Bank of America account, and instead of the wire, which costs $30, I think, or $35, something like that, maybe it's 40, I don't know. I was able to send money via the ACH, which it took longer, but only cost $3. So $27 roughly saved. Now fees at the US bank, on the US bank account side are almost unavoidable, right?
Right,
I mean, I
yeah.
don't think that we've seen any accounts that don't charge you some wire fee or nonsense.
Yeah.
Any questions so far?
No, I know that side of it.
Okay.
You have to do it so much. So I guess the main thing though is why don't you just send money directly into your TransferWise Euro account?
Okay.
Like, why do you have different accounts?
Great question. You guys will probably be asking the same thing. Why didn't you just send the money direct? Okay, so it's a really great question, and the reason
Then why
is,
did you just make fun of it?
I don't know. That's a good question. You're just a great question asker. So the reason is because BOA, Bank of America, like most banks, have a hidden fee, and the hidden fee is the fact that they don't trade at the mid-market rate. So again, the mid-market rate is like what you see on Google, right? When you go type in USD to Euro, that's what they show is the mid-market rate. Instead, they're using what's called the interbank rate. It's much more in their favor. They're like making serious money off of this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So for example, when you're moving like $1,000, let's say, there could be like a 1 to 2% difference between the mid-market rate and the interbank rate, which means that the banks are making $10, $20 off of the $1,000, right?
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean,
It's still a lot though for them to be doing nothing.
yeah, I mean, so that means that you lose that money, right? You're paying that out. Now, if you're talking about tens of thousands of dollars, which is what you're going to need to send to fund your bank account for your self-appointment, for example, now you're talking about a multiplier, right? You're talking about 100 to 200 or more. See where we're going with this?
See how we're saving a lot of money here so I can go shopping.
Okay, so you're probably thinking right now it's like, how is TransferWise doing this for free?
Yeah.
Right, okay, they're not.
What are they getting out of it?
Right, okay, yeah, that's the question. So surely TransferWise has to make some money, right? To let you guys know, Kalie and I did wait till after the new year because we didn't want to have to fill out the FinCEN form 114. I just had to look that up to figure out what form
The
that
name
was.
of it.
Yeah. So we have a link in the description section below with what that is, but basically it's saying that if you're holding $10,000 or more in foreign currencies in a foreign bank account, then you have to fill out this form and the IRS has to know about it. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a tax person. Check out the link.
That was smart of you to wait.
Yeah, because we would have had to then
For both
file it
years.
for last year, 2020, and then this year. Now we just have to file it for this year, and we have a lot of time to procrastinate. So TransferWise does make some money, and they're really transparent, and here is where they made money.
That makes sense. They're companies that make money.
Yeah.
They don't have to gouge you.
Yeah, okay. So on January 2nd, as you can see here, we exchanged or transferred money out from our TransferWise USD account to our TransferWise Euro account.
Okay.
Follow me?
Mm-hmm.
They charged us around 50 euros to the transfer of $17,000. Okay, which is way less than we would have paid with hidden fees with BOA. Now remember that we paid $3 ACH, not $30.
Mm-hmm.
And the difference between the TransferWise rate and the interbank rate from BOA was 0.0205 at the time. Okay, per dollar. So take that 0.0205 times $17,000, and the difference is $348.50. Subtract the transfer fee from TransferWise for doing their job, and we still save nearly $300 on funding our Portugal bank account.
Because they give us a better rate.
Because they give us a better rate.
Mm-hmm. All right, TransferWise, I see you.
Yeah. This charge right here was to pay rent. So we sent rent money directly from our TransferWise account to Living, who's the property management company that we currently have here in Portugal. And then the rest of the money we sent to our Portugal bank account. So January 2nd, we set up the transfer, and then on the 4th, it was successful. And that's how we funded it. So if you guys want to use TransferWise or learn more about them, click the link in the description section below, or this link floating over Kalie's head. It's going to be somewhere.
Wow, my face.
Now you're going to have to use this link to set up your account if you want that free transfer, because this link tells TransferWise that we sent you, and if enough people do it, then they're going to build a monument for us. Okay, so probably not, but a man can dream, right? Thanks TransferWise for saving us a bunch of money. Let's get moving.
Bye.